Hey Berry artists, what we're going to be doing is a mosaic. We're going to be talking about symmetry, and we're also going to be talking about how to use recycled goods or recycled paper to create these mosaics. So first off, a mosaic is a piece of art that's typically outside. It can weather storms and rain. That artists use leftover smashed pottery pieces like mugs or dishes that may have broken, glass, stones, pebbles, rocks, or a combination of all of those together to create a new type of art called the mosaic. So you're taking little shards and pieces and putting them into wet cement or grout, kind of like tiles in your bathtub or on the floor or even on tables. And you're going to be using those little pieces to create a new work of art. So symmetry comes into play because we're going to be using the heart as a shape, because it gives us a little bit more of a way to have a curve and a diagonal in there, a nice straight line. So here's how we're going to do that. Because if we just folded our paper in half, try to cut a square, it just make a smaller one again. So I'm going to use, here's my left hand and my right hand. And I'm going to use the black paper. Of course, at home, you can use any kind of paper that you want to. And I'm going to fold that in half. And my line of symmetry is going to be this folded side right here. And this is the open side. Like a little duck bill, okay? Now, I have a pair of scissors, a pencil, or a light colored crayon. I'm going to use white because of the video. And then I use a glue stick, or you can use liquid glue at home. So I'm going to start on the folded side because that's going to act like a hinge when I open my piece. Kind of like the line, the little worm body of a butterfly, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and start down just a little bit. Now remember, a heart has this nice curve. It goes, dips down, comes up, curves like a letter C, and then back down to a point. So right here, I'm going to come up, okay? Come up, and then curve. And I'm going to go right here to the point. So I started on the hinge side and I come up and curve down like a diagonal to the little, well, the same side, but at the corner. Sorry, I couldn't get it out. Now I'm going to keep it folded together. And when I cut on this line, everything is going to be stuck together by that little hinge. Just kind of like when you open your cabinet or a door. So right now, you can even see that, the little negative space. And then when I open, I've got my heart shape. And of course, you want to make sure your name and class code are on the back. And then what we're going to be able to start with is choosing your colors. Now, I like to start with what I call the center stone, kind of the place where it all begins. So I'm going to use a piece of paper. It's a little bit bigger, so I'll have scraps that you guys will be able to shop with. And I'm going to do the same thing again to make a smaller symmetrical heart. So I'm going to go ahead and fold this paper again, color side out. Okay, open side is on my left. Folded side's over here. So if you're going to draw, start on the folded, up, down, and to the corner. Hold it while you cut it. All the way around. I like to move my paper as I'm cutting. So when I open it, I have a symmetrical heart. And that's going to go in the middle to start my mosaic. So you always need a place to start. Start the heart. And I think you guys are going to be talking about jump rope for heart soon, which is great because this all kind of ties in together like that. Okay. So symmetry, straight down the middle. All right, and now let's get these little pieces. So what I did, and I'm going to go switch out with my example here, is I started creating different sizes to kind of go around. And you guys are going to be able to get all sorts of really cool papers. I have scrap paper, some wonderful color paper, wrapping paper, and painted paper that you guys had left over for projects. So you guys will use your scissors and just kind of cut the width or how big you want your squares or rectangles to be. So if you notice here, I even did triangles, which I just cut corners off of my paper. So if I wanted to do triangles, I could just cut right there at that corner. And then I would just keep going, almost like a zigzag. Okay, so you could do those. Now, what I prefer to do is after I have my center stone, I go ahead and just start making a line, almost like a little choo-choo train or like a ripple effect, like the target symbol, around that center stone. You can go bigger, you can go smaller, you can use the triangle pieces. That's kind of your geometric shapes that kind of go along with this. And then you're just going to work yourself all the way around. It just kind of gets bigger and it just keeps going all the way out to the edges. So you would get this as your finished piece. All right, can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Thank you.